Okay, whatever. I don't care. Hey everyone. Yeah, I know it's early. And I did have this scheduled for earlier, like 10:45, but I forgot to post it to Twitter. And I was having technical difficulties anyway, so I put it back a few minutes and here I am. Hey Elizabeth. So I imagine we all watched Dre's live stream or whatever last night. Interesting. Very interesting. Hey, Great Dane. Hey, Mousy Files. Yeah, I know it's early, and I do plan on streaming still later tonight with the whole visiting how Katie Joy fancies herself a journalist. You know, and going over like the ethics of journalism. That's still going to happen tonight. But this is more or less in response to the live stream last night from Dre McCray. So I just wanted to go over a few things here because one thing I don't think many people are really aware of, because judging by the number of views her video had. So I wanted to try and get this information out there even further. And I'm going to, I didn't, wait a minute, I have the link right here. So I'm going to put this in the description when I'm done, but I'm going to put it in the chat for now. This is a link to Vada Jade's video where I'm going to be playing this clip from. And I highly suggest people check the shit out because she does good work. She really does. Like, what the hell? What did just happen here? Why am I looking at the elements of the page? That's so annoying. But like she knows how to commit to research. I'll put it that way. So yeah. Hey, Feel the Love. Hey, Reagan. So am I frozen? I look like I'm frozen. My video or my internet, my computer rather. It's not even my internet. My computer has been giving me really hard fucking time lately. So I'm not too happy with it. Yeah, and it looks like I'm frozen. Yeah, I'm fucking. Oh no, am I moving again now? I think I'm moving again now. Yep, I am. Okay. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for Autistic Show. I should be moving again though now because I can see me moving on my iPad. It's so weird. Like I move here and then it's moving there. If you could see what I could see. Anyway, that being said. Oh shoot, I didn't do that either. Shit. Let me just adjust. Out of there. Oh my god. Let me just do this so I can prevent any bots from coming in. That's all. No nonsense rubs me the wrong way. I don't like her at all. Yeah, I must say that I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. Why is this live stream not coming up? What the fuck? I can't let this. I can't. Why can't I get into my studio? Oh my god, I hate YouTube Studio. Like, anyone else have an issue with that? Like, I really fucking hate YouTube Studio. I hate the app for it. I hate everything about YouTube Studio. No. Why does it keep giving me this? YouTube. Hey, Live Life Whimsically. Hi. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Right before the start, I saw that you were streaming. I hope I didn't ruin anything for you. I would have sat there and watched, but I have to be to work in a few hours, so I had to get this going. Hi, Tina P. But all you guys here, check out Live Life Whimsically's channel. She does some really good content and some fun sounding streams. So I think y'all should check her out. Don't give me the app. Open up in Safari. Don't give me the fucking app because the app's not working now. But yeah, as soon as I set this up so that we don't get bots in the chat, I will be starting this. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and start sharing screen now. What the hell happened? Why am I fucking freezing? Oh, I'm not going to get upset. I'm not going to get upset. Okay, there we go with that. Live. All right, here we go. Got it here. Oh, sure, I got to do that too. Okay, done. Right, no, save. And it should be done. Yep, there it is. Okay, good. Hey, oh my God, thank you, Autistic Shill. So Autistic Shill gifted some memberships here. Looks like Nikki got one, Tina P, Juju B, Feeling Kind of Breezy, and King Yukon. What's up, King Yukon? Awesome. Thank you so much, Autistic Shill. Oh, hi, Nikki. Hi, Peggy. Nonsense is a tragedy pimp, just like the rest of them. Oh, yeah. Yep. Well, I mean, she's just like the rest of them. I don't know if I'd call them all tragedy pimps, but I don't know, maybe. I mean, and by her definition or whatever, yeah, she's just like the rest of them. I will definitely agree with that. Okay, so I want to play this one part here from Vada Jade's video. This video was uploaded on January 31st, 2023. And it's titled, The Creators Who Framed a Marine's Family. Now, in this clip here, you're going to see and hear the narrative, the story being laid that Katie was not the only person to say that Ray tried to off her husband, that there are other creators who said it too. Therefore, Katie shouldn't be blamed for shit or whatever. I don't know. But that's not what happened. In fact, you're going to see and hear how they doctored audio in / video to make it look like that's what was said, when in actuality that was not what was said. And then you're going to hear Nonsense try to kind of pass the buck and kind of like lie and say, oh, that wasn't me. But then you're going to see how it was her. Let me show you what I mean. Anyway, without further ado.
Now she's covering her mouth.
We won't get into your Zen, sweetheart.
Oh, the fake empathy.
Yeah. We don't need her. We just don't want to watch her murder her husband, mistreat her children. Is there something wrong with that?
Did you hear that?
Wait, what was just said there? What was just said there?
Now, this clip you're hearing now I believe this is Nonsense trying to cover her ass.
Do I need to rewind it? Oh, I think I do, because this has been twisted and turned by a special little YouTuber
Vada.
And told that I made this up and I edited this clip, that this was my clip, that I edited to make it sound like this. This is what they've had her thinking was I edited what she said.
All right, let's go ahead and read this post. Molly's moderator, Goose, and other creators want you to believe that I am the only creator that believed and said Dre murdered her husband. You are the only one. This is false. CMC, the protest truce, Nonsense in the Holler, pulled together these clips, and I'm sharing here for you to see. I have retracted my statements and stated that I was misled.
Now, there's a lot going on the screen here. I know. So right here, this right in the center, what just popped up on the screen. These are live stream chat comments made by Katie, as Without a Crystal Ball, on her channel. And there she says, I believe she dosed him up with a ton of kratom and then tried to him. And then the next one says, I believe she M'd him. I didn't realize he had passed away, but okay. And then she says, he was without oxygen for over 20 minutes. There is unfortunately no coming below. That part's true. Okay. Anyway. So this is absolutely showing proof that Katie did in fact say these things, but we're going to show more about that shortly.
When I made statements about Dre's involvement in Vaughn's attempted suicide, it's too late for that. You sent audio to the damn police department to implicate her and get them to open the case.
She did.
You sent audio to CPS, try to get her kids taken away.
She did.
You turned her into the border.
She did.
You got evidence sent down there to get her turned in at the damn border.
Okay, now behind here, or now up on the screen, to the one all the way here to the left, it's a post by Without a Crystal Ball on August 15th. This says, Molly's moderator Goose and other creators want you to believe that I'm the only creator that believed and said that Dre M'd her husband. This is false. And then it says, and she even tagged this page, CMC, the protest troops, nonsense in the holler, pulled together these clips, and I'm sharing here for you to see. Okay? She tagged, not CMC, the protest troops. That's nonsense. That's Becky. So she tagged Becky saying, hey, this is who pulled together these clips. And now I'm sharing them here for you to see. This says, I've retracted my statements and stated that I was misled when I made statements about Dre's involvement in Vaughn's AS. I have not pushed for additional investigations after I realized this was false and haven't continued to spread misinformation. Molly is one of several creators that have said Dre M'd her husband. In this video, Molly says, we are watching Dre M her husband. That's not what was said. This is one clip of many where Molly says this about Dre. This is the only clip I've ever heard anyone put forth is a method in which to depict this. Just throwing that out there. Well, and maybe as of recently, she said a few things, but I'm talking about back then. The difference is I have retracted and corrected. Molly and other creators have not. If you are going to throw out huge claims and hope the claim sticks, at least be certain what you are saying is true. Also, I didn't retract and hope straighten her. Okay, I don't care about that. Okay, so I'm going to let this play out for another minute.
Ooh. I have not pushed for additional investigations after I realized this was a false and haven't continued to spread misinformation. Molly is one of several creators that have said Dre murdered her husband. No, she never has. Too bad. Y'all need to try to get her on something else. In this video, Molly says, we are watching Dre murder her husband. See, she says right here, this is the catch. She says, we are watching Dre murder her husband. That's where they cut it. When the original clip says, we don't want to watch you murder your husband. So really pay attention. You'll catch it. This is one clip of many where Molly says this about Dre. No, it isn't. The difference is I have retracted and corrected. Molly and other creators have not. If you are going to throw out huge claims and hope the claim sticks, at least be certain. Yes, you did. Anything Katie says that she's not trying to do, she is. Also, I didn't retract in hopes that Dre and her mom are not involved. Yeah, why were you talking to them after you sent them all that crap? So I'm going to move myself. If you look at this little bitty little picture down at the bottom, she like over amplifies this and over exaggerates. And she's like, Molly's mod says, you were the only one that said that Dre murdered her husband. So right over here in the Facebook, okay? Now right here, retracted. Can't say the same for others. See? And nonsense, take notes. Since you said you can't show evidence on YouTube like you can on Facebook, well, take notes. This is how you do it.
I love that.
Her husband mistreat her.
Because at the end of the day, you're the only person that called Dre a murderer.
I watched her murder her husband.
That's what was played.
Mistreat her.
Because at the end of the day, you're the only person that called.
That's the edited part.
Called Dre a murderer. So
you just watched the tampered clip, and just like I said, it had been framed to say you murdered your husband, when really she said we don't want to watch you murder your husband. So they cut it on purpose, and she tried to blame it on another creator. That's what nonsense is trying to do now, but she absolutely knew what she was doing. But here's the real clip, so I'm going to go ahead and play it. If you need to replay it, go ahead.
This is the actual clip.
I can hear you. Yeah. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me better? That sounds so much better. That sounds so much better. Okay. If you don't mind, I would prefer not to hear any negative. We won't get into your zen, sweetheart. She hates you. We don't hate her. You just don't want to watch her murder her husband, mistreat her children. Is there something wrong with that? Whose side are you on, sister? Want to rock? Let's go. Want to rock?
Now, here's what I want to point out, okay? Let me go here. Oops, yeah, okay. Oh, it's playing through on there. Okay. All right. As soon as this, there we go. Stop screen. My computer is so fucking slow. I can't take it. I can't. Like I have to do something soon, or I might hurt someone. I'll be honest. Anyway, okay. So here's what I want to point out something here. Now, in that video, what Vada showed was the posting from August 15th. Now I'm going to scroll down to this posting, okay? I didn't pass it already, did I? Holy shit. It's so slow. So slow. It's so annoyingly slow. Okay, so here's the post that she shared, okay? Now I want to point something out here because Vada didn't mention this in her video, so I'm going to go ahead and point this out. As soon as my ship stops with the pinwheel. All right, so here's the whole post, all right? The CMC, the protest troops, nonsense in the holler, pulled together these clips, and I'm sharing here for you to see, okay? So this is what Katie is alleging was pulled together, these clips. Now, I want you to look at something here. Watch this clip here. You see the text and everything on it, the how it's displayed or whatnot. This is the same way that Katie displays her shit, okay? And like, this is the way she's been doing this. So this tells me, oh, what is that right there too? What is that? I didn't see that before. But this tells me that Katie was given these clips and then she added her twist or whatever to this.
Mistreat her. Watch her murder her husband. Mistreat her. Watch her.
So I think Katie would know who gave her the clips, right? Right? It was nonsense. Now I want to blow this up here for a second. Because I can't quite see it. It's too small. Because I want to say that that's even nonsense's little mark or whatever on it. Okay. I can't read it. I can't. It's just coming up blurry. I'm going to have to do it another way, which I will try and do. Oh, it's right there. Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, this is nonsense on the web. Right there, the little gray box there at the bottom. This is nonsense on the web. So that tells me that Nonsense put together these clips, sent them to Katie, and then Katie put her text on them. Yeah, so but Nonsense wants to say, oh no, I didn't pull those clips. Some other channel, I forget what it was she said, but some channel that starts with an M, that's who pulled the clips. I can't believe that this narrative is being spread by this channel. I can't believe they're going around saying this shit. So from the looks of it, it looks like Nonsense. Well, see, here's the thing. I do kind of half-ass believe Nonsense here. Surprising, I know. I don't know if Nonsense really pulled these clips. Maybe she put them together or something, but I'm not so sure she pulled them. I'm thinking Katie kind of pulled them or whatever, and that they concocted the story where they're just put the blame on Nonsense. Because let's face it, Nonsense seems kind of lazy in my opinion. I find it hard to believe that she went out just going through clips and videos and streams, listening for shit to catch this shit and then put it together. And she also doesn't seem like the most like informed person when it comes to like media shit and tech shit. So I kind of wonder if Katie did actually do this and just not just like, oh yeah, sure, just blame me, whatever. And then Katie did. But that's my opinion. Either way, Nonsense knew about this from the very beginning and was just right there behind it and in agreement of the whole thing, obviously. And this other channel she tried to blame, well, they're nowhere, their watermarks are nowhere near this shit. So I want to point that out there. Oh, that's Goldie, Casey. Thank you. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. So, like from the very beginning, Katie was saying this all along. Now, I also want to point something else out here. So, where is it? I think I found it on July 20th, maybe. Oh my god, my computer's so slow. Anyway, so oh yeah, this one too. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna go through this whole thing. And I'm going to take this here. I'm going to put this on the 20th. And we're going to skip on over to the other page. Or maybe I'll just keep it here since this shit's moving so fucking slow. There are a few other posts that I saw back around this time, in between like July 15th and 20th, that stood out to me. One of which has to do with images. Maybe it was this one. Oh, no, this is the 15th. That's right. Okay, so we're going to go to... I think it wouldn't be wasted time either to just kind of remind ourselves of a lot of shit Katie said here about Dre and the narratives and shit that she began and perpetuated and pushed and supported repeatedly. I find it funny how both she and Nonsense have done this. I mean, if you go look at my community posts, you'll find screenshots I posted of Nonsense doing this from the very beginning. But yeah, they want to just blame Molly for everything. Like, that's so weird. Like, just they're trying to blame Molly for that whole narrative about calling Trey an M-word when they were just found and outed, exposed of manipulating media to frame her. I mean, who does that? Anyway. Oh, here's, yeah, that's right. Here's Without a Crystal Ball alleging that while this whole traumatic event was playing out on May 23rd, Dre stopped and just took breaks to post about the Johnny Depp trial. Okay. Here she is pushing this narrative that something just wasn't right, and she's trying to push Marwan's father, Marwan Senior, into agreeing with her, I guess, more or less. And why is my internet going again? Hopefully, I'm back now. You might have lost me for a second, but I should be back now. Oh, and here we have, I want to say that she claims that she didn't post Letitia's Cash App at all. I think she just claimed to have posted Wynette's Cash App. I could be wrong about that, but either way, here I found her posting Letitia's Cash App. And wait, I thought she had enough to get a lawyer. Someone's talking about this stuff is so confusing. I shared it because it has her Cash App info. Okay. Oh, thank you to everyone that sent videos about the kids. My source says that they have more than enough at this point. The goal is to make sure the kids are safe. No one wants the children harmed, considering what has happened to Vaughn. At this point, when there is an update that is either from the court or the family, I will update about the situation. And I'm still waiting for the pinwheel to go away again. So. All right, so and then we have, who cares about the Duggars? Okay, so here, now Katie's making these claims. Today, without a crystal ball, has been hours helping multiple family members of Vaughn McCray and the kids due to the sensitivity of the situation and the rampant rumors that have circulated. I wanted to clear up a few issues. Letitia Bice has retained a lawyer. The lawyer is not working pro bono. Letitia signed the legal contract with the lawyer this morning. Katie seems to be awfully sure of that. I've spoken to the person that helped facilitate the lawyer for Letitia. I have asked them to contact the lawyer to see if they can set up a trust for people to donate directly to rather than a fundraiser. There is 100% an open and active DCS case with Andrea McCray related to the kids. It's DCS. What else would it be related to? But anyway, I digress. Due to confidentiality of the case, there are no details that can be released. However, the father of the girls was notified of the investigation yesterday. There are multiple family members that are working behind the scenes to ensure the safety of both Vaughn and the kids. This means many of them will not be speaking out publicly because emergency court filings are expected in the coming days. The family is seeking any and all video that contains no writing of the kids being given kratom tea and where Andrea speaks about the mental and physical health of the children. There is considerable need for a video where Dre stated that her oldest was having mental concerns. The family is also seeking videos without writing that shows Andrea in the hospital giving Vaughn anything through his tube or in his mouth. Please send any of these videos of the above. Please send them to me via Messenger. I will forward them directly to the people in need. After I get my content, that is. Moving on. All right, let me move over here to the 20. Actually, I'm just going to move up here to the 20th. This is ridiculous with this fucking pinwheel. It's every 5 seconds. I'm seriously going to harm my computer, I think, if I don't do something real soon. I think I just need to add RAM to it or something. But how do you add RAM to an iMac? It's not like a notebook or whatever, a MacBook. It's an iMac. How the frick do you do that? I'm going to have to pay someone to do it, and that pisses me off. Because I could do it myself if this were Windows or something, but it's not, so. I'm looking for a post that I found where Katie discusses or shares a video or video clip rather of Molly and Justin, where they're discussing they're discussing like an I don't know, an online interaction Molly had with someone over the showing of these images of the property. I have a reason though for doing this. It could be on the page where I had the 15th open, but I don't think it is. Although I could be wrong. Yeah, I think I'm wrong because she's not even fighting with Andrea yet at this point. Anyway, I mean fighting with Molly yet at this point. Anyway, let me go up here. What other date did I have down? July 20th, August 15th, July 15th. That's all I had. I know. I can do this. Okay, so I gotta add the picture up here anyways. All right, here we go. Now, I'm going to show you the screenshot. This is a picture that I grabbed from one of Katie's videos. It's, in fact, I think it's the first video she did, or first live stream she did on Dre, the McCrays, all of this shit or whatever. It was before she was on stream with Molly. As soon as I get it to come up here. Yeah, after this, I'm going to stop the stream because I can't take this anymore. I can't. I don't know what else to do. I might have to do my stream later on tonight on my laptop, which means I won't be able to stream with a camera. And I think I'm just going to have to take a break from streaming for a while. I don't know what else to do because I can't deal with this. I can't. So, let me show the screenshot. In this video that she did, she showed she was having an issue getting her shit to share screen. Okay. So when it finally did work, she ended up exposing like a lot of her files, I guess you could say. So let me make this bigger. All right. So as you can see here, right up here at the top here, these images are from July 7th to the 8th on 2022. Okay. And you see here, you can't really make out what they're saying or who's really or what's going on, but you can tell that they have to do with the Dre and Marvon McCrays situation, whatever. Like, here's what looks like to be the police report, images of Marvon. But then there's this. This looks like images of the property. I mean, it's hard to tell. It is a little blurry. I'll say that much. But before and after that, I mean, and this is all from the 6th and the 7th. So, like, what else could this be, right? And that really does look like images. Like this one here looks like an image of the shed, So, I find it telling that Katie has found this so offensive to have shown any kind of images of the property. But here she is on the 6th/7th, and she's got this shit in her computer already. She has this shit in her images. Never mind the fact that what's really crazy here is, and I'm going to point this out. Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's the next picture. That's the other picture. Let me pull that one up. That's funny. So, yeah, this picture. Okay. This is her media types folder. She has almost 20 as of July, anyways, 2022. She's had almost 26,000 screenshots, over 2,500 screen records, over 5,000 videos. That's freaking crazy. Oh my God. Like, that's a shitload of screenshots. Holy shit. I like the folder names here, though, on the side. Like, dude, Leslie, she's still carrying a folder for you. That might creep you out, though, and I apologize for laughing then. So, yeah. But, yeah, she had these images on her fucking computer, either on the 6th or the 7th. Like, I don't really think that she's really in any position to give anyone shit about it, right? I mean, right? All right. I'm gonna have to look at comments here on my iPad, I think. Okay, there we go. $705 selfies, yeah. Nonsense admitted to having 12K or more screenshots on her phone. Oh my God. Nonsense was in Queen Bee's chat and said it's going to be a long day. She's not there now. No, I think I saw that she had something scheduled for noon. So that's probably why she wants to capitalize on everything that Dre said, even though she's the one who's been probably profiting the most off of it. Well, no, I think Katie's profited the most off of this. I don't know. But you see, here's the thing, though. I mean, I know Dre said in her live stream last night that people have been profiting off of this tragedy or whatever. But here's the thing. It is a public interest story. It's a public interest story because they were public figures. They were two people that people watched online and had done so for years. I mean, she had a pretty massive following. So I understand that she's probably feeling a certain way about that. And I can empathize with that. But I mean, I think that she has to just give room for the fact that people are going to care, Now, as far as this whole portion of it being discussed or whatever, I mean, people were upset, I think, for by and far, because they heard about Letitia finding out about this through social media, which this is a fact. And they felt a certain way about it, naturally. And the whole concept of Letitia not being allowed to see her son, people naturally felt a certain way about that. And had it not been for the latter, I think that this would have been forgotten about just as quickly as it was talked about. But because the ladder existed, it went on for a while, and now it's just kind of it's a force now, I think. I do agree, though, that I think that there's not much more that can be said and done about the situation. I think me personally, I would like it if people just, let it be, let them deal with this privately, but that's not going to happen. And and I don't think Dre really wants that to happen, because here's the thing: people were starting to move on from this. Sure, you hit your occasional stream, but mostly from nonsense, because she won't shut the fuck up about it. If she did, then I would bet my house on it that this would not be talked about. Like maybe like 5% as much as it has been. And nonsense, just shut the fuck up about it. But I digress. So, but people were still kind of moving on from it, letting it go, talking about other things. I mean, Molly sure as hell was. But now Dre's back talking about it and has all these plans for the future to go into much more detail about it. Well, I'm sorry, but you can tout that you have a right to not have people talk about you and your family as much as you want. And maybe you're right. I don't know. But the more you talk about your family publicly, the more people are going to talk about your family publicly. So I feel like that if she really wanted people to not talk about her family publicly, then she wouldn't either. But that's my opinion. Yeah, I feel like she said that in reference to people like KJ who accused her of trying to off her hubby, made up lies, boost her views. Yes, I do. Yeah, I do think that she meant that by and large, the misinformation and whatnot. There were a couple of things she said though that I think were targeted toward Molly. Which, oh wait, why do I have this up here? I'm sorry. I didn't realize I had a comment up on screen. I do think that some of the comments or whatever she made were also directed toward Molly and whatever. That's fine. I get it. But again, though, I think it's important to remember who it is that started this, how they started this, and then how they tried to cover their tracks, how they tried to frame other people. I think that needs to stay front and center right now, because they're trying awfully hard to get everyone to forget about this. I mean, they're just rewriting history at this point, And I mean, if you go back through and you look at like mostly like the CMC page of nonsense, like she's the one who started so many of these claims. Like this was like the first place that I can find that they were posted on social media, at least social media outside of like a very tight knit like group of pages and groups surrounding Dre. So yeah, I think that's important to point out. And I also think it's important to point out too that the other examples that Katie gives to try to frame Molly for being one of the first people to say this about Dre, and along with her, are some screenshots. But the screenshots clearly show that she didn't say that. In fact, she said the exact opposite, because she came out and said that when someone asked her about who this was or whatever, how did he end up in a coma, she came right out and said that he was there because of an S attempt. At no point in time did she say that he was there because of his wife. So clearly, the very evidence that she gives to try to support her claim debunks her claim at the same time. So that's interesting. Yeah. There's someone on Twitter who's been calling themselves Contessa too for like 3 years now. I'm not saying they're one and the same, but I kind of wonder. But I don't think they are. And this is her pattern, EKC, what I've seen of her past actions. And you and I got to send you a few links, because I found some other pages of hers. But yeah, you're right. She's a weaker version of Michelle. Yeah, she's made an us versus them and tries to emotionally manipulate her viewers, saying, I don't care what they do to me, the martyr. I care how it affects you all. But then, yeah, when she alleges something's been done to her, then she expects everyone to take up and go to bat for her and fight for her, because she kind of just incites people into wanting to do that. So obviously she cares very much. And I think that if you watch any one of her streams, no matter how righteous she comes off as being this do-gooder and this right fighter, watch the stream, because that doesn't last long. Ultimately, every stream comes back right around to the thing that she wants to talk about more than anything, and that's herself. Her streams are now all about her, talking about how she's an influencer, about how all these haters are sending her all these horrific things, and she goes on and on and on. What kind of a fucking scammer, caller outer or whatever talks about nothing but themselves and the attention they're getting online? They don't. This is what it's been all about for her. It's all about her. So oh, sorry, I can see my chat here too. It's yeah. That's the thing too. Like, I mean, I know Katie has done this by a lot herself, but like, people talk about what happens to this community and this and that, and I know that like this section of the community that's kind of being created right now, I think it's a mixture of like the true crime, the drama, and commentary communities. And I don't think like it's really been fully established yet. I think that's still in the works, figuratively speaking, anyways. But I feel like the longer it's centered around, I'm frozen again. Why am I frozen? Am I frozen? I'm frozen up here. Why am I frozen? Okay, there we go. I feel like the longer this is centered around nonsense and her actions or whatever, the more that it stops being about true crime and about commentary and about drama or whatever, and just starts being hateful, because people are kind of, I think, just seeing her do it, and they're either inspired to do it back, or they figure, well, if nonsense is doing it, then it must be okay to do, because, you know, she's the self-righteous one. So, you know, so how she projects herself. And I hope people just kind of refrain from doing that. And I'm frozen again. What the? You probably missed all I had to say there. Damn it. Anyway. TP. My nephew just laughed at me and said, "You do realize she can't see you nodding your head or hear you say that's right." Nonsense seems to be doing damage control, which is weird. Oh, that's, yeah, I have a feeling that that's going to be nonsense like all day today. I know. Okay, here's what I'm predicting. I think she's scheduled to go live in like 8 minutes or something. So here's what I'm predicting. She's going to take Dre's live last night and tout it as some sort of win for her and her section or her side or something. And she's going to point out all the ways in which this is the case, when in actuality, she is grossly misunderstanding, mishearing, misinterpreting what it is Dre had said in these examples she's going to give. But she's going to be like the pigeon playing chess. No matter how well you play, the pigeon is just going to knock shit over and tout around like it won anyways. No matter what happens. It's just going to be like, I won, and just walk around the board just knocking shit over. That's what's going to happen. And that's going to be nonsense today. That's what I predict. So that should be interesting. Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Expect this to get worse. Expect this to get even more drama filled and everything, and expect more fucked up shit to happen the longer Dre speaks publicly about this. That may sound or fucked up or whatever, but now that Dre's talking about it, nonsense is going to feel like even more emboldened to talk about shit and to come after Molly and try to cancel people and be the moral police here over on fucking YouTube. So yeah, things are going to get worse, I think, because nonsense is going to get worse. Yeah, I hear you, Elizabeth. She's a bully. She's a bullshitter. She's a manipulator. Like, I do think she does have some sort of background in cults, to be honest, because she seems to be modeling some of the harmful cult leaders in her tactics. I mean, I'm not an expert in this field or whatever, but I think that that's what she's doing, you know. And years ago I would have said there's no way that there can be any kind of brainwashing or cult progression done online, because people aren't there physically. You're not putting the fear in them or whatever. But well, the past few years have just convinced me how fucking wrong I was there. So yeah. Face turquoise covering eyes. Oh. Okay. It's Becky with the good hair. I don't, sure, whatever. She did claim she grew up in a cult. Nonsense it is. Yeah. Yep. And that's the thing. Like, I think she did. She did not grow up as someone as a follower in a cult, or someone as an offspring of followers in a cult. Nah. She grew up around the leadership of a cult. She grew up privileged in a cult. That's what I think. Nonsense community posts are always angry and lashing out. Someone said that Nonsense grew up in the LDS cult and treats her mods like a cult leader would. Yeah, I believe it. The Uni cult. See, I think Uni could actually have a cult going if he were just fucking better at it. But thankfully, I don't think he's as good as he is, he should be, or he would need to be. They should have kept her. She has to look, well, that's the good hair, right? Okay, I digress. I don't know. If you want to be known for your gray hair, that's fine, but that's easy to be known for, I think. Just get an awesome wig. But the cunty cult. I mean, she uses Contessa. Yeah, that's a good name. That's a good name. Yes, she has no emotional regulation. We learned that as children in health environments. Cults don't teach that. Yep. This is the thing. Like I'm kind of surprised at how little self-control she has over her emotions, and how she kind of loses her focus or whatever. Because like there's so many times where she gets angry and she starts to spout off of the mouth like she's going to come up with some awesome sick burn, but then she fucks it up all the time and she just sounds like an idiot afterwards. Like that surprises me every time, because you think she's going to go somewhere really good and then you're like, wait, what? Like that one time she was like, so some like, no, that's not my name or whatever, but don't worry, when you do know my name, it's going to be on your lips. It's going to taste real good. It's going to taste like shit. I was like, like you tried. Like, I'm reminded of that meme where there's like a like very poorly drawn star, and it's like, there was an attempt. Well, it's going to taste like shit. There was an attempt. But on that note, I am going to wrap this up because I do want to get a few things done before work, because I have to go in early today and I'm tired and I want to relax for a little bit. And my computer, I think, is going to piss me off so soon, because I haven't had Pinwheel in 10 minutes. So I feel like something's coming. Like it might actually crash again for like the third time in 12 hours. We'll see. Yeah, nobody questions why Uni, a gamer, is so involved in a drama community now, given his past even. Okay, well, yes and no. I agree. I see what you're saying. Yes, he is largely a gamer, but even if you look at his past, it's been drama related. It's either been like QAnon related shit or flat earth or philosophy or whatever. Like he's gone from through these different communities, but his involvement has always been drama filled in these different communities. So I think it doesn't matter what community he's in, other than just sitting there bullshitting with friends and playing games. I think he's going to be surrounded by drama. So, but yeah, all right. I'll see you guys later tonight. I am definitely going to do this stream though. I'm going to be pulling up and discussing the ethics of journalism and see where Katie falls on these ethics. This stream, by the way, was a fantastic idea by Autistic Shell. So, all right. See you guys later. Now I hit pinwheel. And I can't hit end broadcast. Nor can I get to my exit door. I will be ending this as soon as pinwheel stops, so you guys don't have. I mean, if you want to leave, you can. There we go. All right. So outro. Bye.